Cheers! Mr. Egg here in Milk, my new bar. I keep on saying my new bar, it's been here for about 9 months now. And I'm at my favourite position, sat at the bar, drink in hand, and I'm chatting with you, I'm chatting with the customers that come in here. And it's good to chat, but when I sit here sometimes, I hear kind of the same things that customers will tell me about what I do, which is being a bar owner, bar manager here in Pattaya, Thailand. I call them the 5 big urban myths about being a bar owner here in Pattaya, and I hear it time and time again, not just here sitting at the bar, but I see it in Facebook groups, in internet forums, and so I thought I'd make a video and tackle the 5 biggest urban myths about having a bar in Thailand. Cheers! So you know what happens, you go in the bar, take a look around, and there he is, the fixture at the bar. It's the bar owner or the bar manager, drink in hand, and it's not his first drink of the day either. He's had a few. In fact, he's had way too many, and he's a bit loud and he's a bit obnoxious. It's okay, it's only apple juice. The urban myth number 1 is that all bar owners and all bar managers are alcoholics. And this is quite a melancholy subject for me to talk about, because the amount of times that I've been to funerals of former bar managers, former bar owners in this town, and this town just does seem to have its fair share of people that have problems with alcohol. And I would say, even if you're coming here thinking of retiring in Pattaya, you know, alcohol isn't your thing, be careful, because unless you've got a hobby or some kind of a distraction from the bar scene, if you just immerse yourself in the bar scene, surround yourself with people that drink, then you're going to become a cropper, just like a lot of my former friends that I miss dearly that have departed us too soon. I myself am not a drinker. I'll have a drink, but I don't really enjoy it, and I have to be in the mood. But every now and then I will have a drink, and it's literally like maybe once a month or something like that. But how many times do we see pictures of bar owners and bar managers with like 10 shots and they're doing rounds of drinks and stuff like that? And please, I am not criticizing those people. Those people are probably having a great time and enjoying themselves, but in my opinion, it's not a sustainable lifestyle. You can't live every day drinking 10, 20, 30 shots. It's just impossible. Your body will eventually give up. The best bar owners I know, and the ones that have lasted the longest, are people that don't drink. Look at Larry, my friend, who is without doubt probably the best bar meter and greeter in the whole business here in Pattaya. There'll never be another guy like him, and he's retired now, but he wasn't a drinker. He never used to drink. I don't drink, and I can think of 3 or 4 owners that are either very, very light social drinkers or completely non-drinkers. The ones that tend to drink a lot are the ones that don't make it. I think to be a successful bar owner, you do have to set your stall out pretty early, and that is that you're somebody's friend and you want to be the friend, and you'll sit and chat with them and be friendly and be hospitable and be the great host. But for me, I know they're not here now, but I employ girls if you want to have a drink, and if you want to play games with, we can play games with them. So the first urban myth is that all bar owners are alcoholics. There are a lot of alcoholics here. The ones that tend to drink a lot don't last very long and become somebody that has a sustainable life. And if you do like a drink, by all means enjoy yourself, but limit yourself and set boundaries that you understand, that your family and friends understand, and most importantly, that your customers understand. Just checking my lineup of drinks, and actually drinks is the next urban myth, and I do hear this all the time from customers, and I would say maybe potential customers. And first of all, let me say, as you know, Mr. Egg does not gossip about customers. If you have a conversation with me, it remains private, but I do get customers that regularly say to me, Mr. Egg, I think you've got a great lineup. And we do have a great lineup of gins, tequilas, vodkas from all over the world. But if you get me this certain drink, this certain brand of vodka, this certain brand of tequila, I will be a regular in your bar and I won't go anywhere else, and you will be my regular bar. And we also get it with mixers. I remember one customer says, if you get cranberry juice, I will absolutely guarantee that I will be in your bar every night. And cranberry juice, by the way, isn't cheap. So I got a bottle of cranberry juice, very expensive, never saw him again. Or I might have seen him once. Hey, I got your cranberry juice. Oh, cheers. I fancy a beer tonight. It's lovely to get drinks recommendations, but I also need a good selection of alcohol, because there are certain drinks that are going to attract a certain type of clientele. We're not necessarily going to sell a lot of that drink, but it does bring people in, and those people will come in and spend more money on other things. So you have to get it right. If you're going to be a bar owner, I would say try and know your market, know what's going to sell, know what's going to attract people, but don't necessarily listen to the customer that says, if you sell this, you'll see him in your bar every night, because generally you never see him again. Another urban myth that I hear is when you get guys talking about they've been to this bar or this go-go bar, and they say but there's no customers in there, and they go there every night and there's loads and loads of girls and the electric bills go in and everything, and it's clearly a money laundering scheme. And I've heard this about every single bar that ever sets up, especially big bars that don't have customers in. Oh, it's just a money laundering scheme. And can I say this? In my experience, and I have been here working for well over 17, 18 years, and I've had my own bar for 7 or 8 years. In my experience, I have never ever known a bar genuinely, or known of an organisation that is just there to launder money. It's simply what guys think. As soon as they walk into a bar and there's nobody there, and they walk in there day after day after day, they think this is just a money laundering scheme. No, what it is a bar that's losing a lot of money. There's no nice way of putting that. You can't really put icing on that cake. What you'll find is guys take a big risk. It's a big risk to set up a big go-go bar or a big beer bar or whatever, and I generally find in certain areas as well of this town that you either make a lot of money or you lose a lot of money, and more often than not you're going to lose a lot of money. And then as soon as you go in, there's lots of staff and no customers, guys say, oh yeah, it's a money laundering scheme, don't you know? Oh. Well, actually I do know, and basically the owner's got very deep pockets and he's losing money. You have to sometimes lose money, especially in places like nightclubs, for 6 to 12 months before you start making money. You have to just keep on putting money in and building up a reputation, building up just being there and being part of the nightlife scene before you build up your brand, and then people start coming in and you start making money. So it's a money laundering scheme. Hear that 100 times every day. Usually, in my experience, complete load of rubbish. Here's the big one, the one I know you've all been waiting for. The boss takes all the girls. I'm going to put this quite politely because it's YouTube. The boss takes all the girls for a test drive. This is not correct. Have I become romantically involved with my staff? Yes, I have. Not in the pub, I have to say, but in the past I have. I've told a very famous story about when I became romantically involved with a service girl that I was working with, who said she was leaving the next day, and then the next day she didn't leave, she came back because she was obviously having a good time. But generally I would say being romantically involved with the staff isn't really a good idea, although I do know bar owners that get romantically involved with all the staff and they don't seem to have much of a problem. And yet I know guys that are romantically involved with just one of the staff and it all goes completely crazy. Can happen, but it's not particularly a very good idea. and certainly for me, I'm far too boring, unfortunately. I just come in, sit at the bar, talk to you lot, and then go home. And the final urban myth is actually one that I hear two different versions of. It's you need to speak Thai to be able to get on here in business in Thailand, and it's better if you don't speak Thai because everyone's always gossiping about you, and you don't need to speak Thai. All your staff need to speak English anyway. And it's kind of, both of those things are kind of correct. I would say this, I think it's quite really a bonus in business in Thailand if you can read and write Thai, because a lot of the paperwork that you get, Thailand is a very, very paper rich kind of paperwork kind of country, and you do get all your communications are in the Thai language. If you rely on a girlfriend, wife, spouse, security, mama-san, cashier to translate everything for you, sometimes that person might put a bit of a spin on a translation to make it in their favour. For example, if you get a letter from the police informing you that you have to close for a certain holy Buddha holiday or something, and it will say from this certain time to that certain time, they might say, oh, we definitely have to close at this time, this is in the letter, because obviously they want to all go home early or have a day off or something like that. A lot of delivery notes for alcohol come in the Thai language, and it's good to be able to cross-check deliveries to make sure that the delivery drivers aren't conning you. And generally, just being able to read and write is a really big bonus. But obviously, if you read and write, then you would think that you will be able to speak Thai as well. Speaking Thai, I think sometimes I can do that a bit too much, when speaking English would probably be better if I was going to be overcritical of myself, because sometimes, I mean, I'm quite aware I can speak Thai, but my Thai isn't perfect, and sometimes I get pronunciations and vowels and tones all incorrect and people can't understand me. So sometimes it would be better to speaking English. I think there's like a sliver of a percentage of the time, especially when you're dealing with government officials, police, immigration, when speaking Thai politely and understanding how to communicate with a Thai person, and don't forget, a lot of that is body language. Being able to do that is a real advantage. So I would say it kind of is a positive, but sometimes you can overuse it, and I never ever show off with a language, and you know, always sort of downplay it. I always say, oh, you know, I speak a bit of Thai, but it's not very good. And then if somebody then can understand you, then that's obviously always a bit of a bonus. So speaking Thai, it's a must. You mustn't do it. It's kind of somewhere in between, and it's one of those urban myths that, I don't know, it's up in the air for me. But of course, all of this video has been me, what I think, and it's my opinion. What I really want to know is what you think. Are there any urban myths that you hear in bars or on Facebook groups or in forums on the internet that you think are right or wrong? Or do you want to ask me any questions, maybe some points that I can do in another video? Let me know, please. I'd love to know your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's more videos about Pattaya, Thailand, and if you are interested in becoming a bar manager or even a bar owner, I have got a box set of 10 videos all about the business of owning a bar here in Pattaya. That's in the members area, and you can become a member from just a subscription of just £2 a month. So you can be a member, see that, and then unsubscribe, and there's lots and lots of information for you there. But until then, it's Mr. Egg at my brand new bottle milk. There we are. I'm getting ready to open the door. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.